Southwest Florida, you're looking live at the Community Fun Day here at Mount Hermon Ministries. It is a day to be celebrated. It is a magnificent day, and I'm so glad that Lee Pitts Live on Fox 4 has got an opportunity to come out here and cover this each year as a media sponsor. You are not going to be disappointed. We're going to get a chance to meet a lot of people. You're going to get a chance to see the crowd, and I want to give a big shout out to our cameraman. What's your name, man? Get you on TV. Julio Coates. Julian Coates. All right, Julian Coates. He's got him. He came out and volunteered, so I didn't know his name yet. But he's going to be doing some work for Lee Pitts Live. I'm impressed with the young man on the camera. We'll get him in front of the camera shortly. Let's get a chance to meet these distinguished educators here who came out to give a sterling education on various ways to stay healthy inside the church. What's your full name and what you do?
I'm Dwayne M. Cumberbatch, a physician working for Myers, and I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you, Mr. Pitts, once again. I put on my jacket because I know how you get down, so I want to be clean.
Man, I'm not clean today, but I'm trying to. The sun is working, but I like to be out in the sun. We get great visual with the sun, and it's always good to see you again, man. You're a role model. He's a doctor. I don't think you mentioned you were a doctor.
Yeah, physician.
Yeah, you did. Okay, say all right, and let's get your full name. And I know you're a former NBA player.
Yeah, Brad Branson. Played basketball at NBA and in Europe. Grew here, hometown kid from North Fort Myers, and then went to Edison, formerly Edison, now FSW, and just moved back a year ago. Been working a lot in the community, helping kids and working with them.
Well, I'm just honored to have both of you stop by here and be guests on the show. Tell me, I heard you speaking in there. You were very passionate about what you were doing. What was your main message you wanted to get across to the audience inside the church?
Well, I think the message was too that in families it's important. A lot of the time you have single parent homes and sometimes even two parents, but still single parent home, and the parents and kids to work together. And lastly, just the youth to believe in themselves, because that was something I had to do when I was growing up, but I came from the same situation, try to use myself as an example, but if you believe in yourself, you can accomplish anything. Your dreams, your dreams, and you got to make them true.
Hometown favorite, baby. Hometown grown. Dr. Cumberbatch, me and you have talked numerous times on television. Always enjoyed talking to you. I've never seen you get in front of an audience and do your thing. What were you trying to get across to the audience with your presentation?
Just basically prevention. Prevention is key in preventing some of the complications that I see with diabetes. And if we're able to, get the public some information early enough, hopefully we can prevent some of these complications that I see in the hospital.
That's great. Now, the fact that Mount Hermon Ministries with Lee Health and all the other health organizations puts this on every year gives you that captive audience to talk to, particularly here in the African American community. What does that do for you in terms of helping getting the message out?
It's vital. It's vital to get that message out, and these type of events are imperative for us to take advantage of and be a part of, so that we can hopefully, make a dent in preventing some of these complications in this disease.
Excellent. Back to you. Same question. To have a captive audience, for you to get your message out and encourage people and motivate people. Mount Hermon Ministries having this event. What does it do to help you in what you're trying to do?
Well, I think it gives a great platform. Getting into the community, this is where they live, this is where they learn. And, as we're taught, everybody was created, by the Holy Father. That's unique. Everybody's unique. And this gives an opportunity to let them like themselves and be able to see somebody that's been there and went through that and finally made it. I think that's great for, the community. It's great to be able to sit here. Your show is a great help to the community. I've seen it many times coming back in. So it's just a great opportunity, and being blessed to be able to talk to these kids. And, if we can teach one of them to step away and do it, then we're doing our job one at a time.
Appreciate that. Dr. Cumberbatch, final question. Look into that camera and just give a couple of quick healthcare tips that people need to follow, specifically be aware of as it relates to diabetes.
In regards to diabetes, basically daily foot checks are important. If you can't do it, have a family member do it. Checking the feet daily for any issues, any cuts, bruises is imperative. And if there is any questions or concerns, make sure you get and see your healthcare provider as quickly as you can, because once again, prevention is the key to preventing a lot of these issues that we see in our community.
You said check for cuts and bruises. Elaborate on that. If you see a cut or a bruise that won't heal or something like that?
Correct. A lot of times with diabetics, they have poor feeling. So if they're not able to feel as somebody who doesn't have diabetes or somebody who has good sensation in their feet, so any cuts and bruises can manifest and become something more pronounced and more significant. So if you're able to prevent that from happening or catch it early enough, you can prevent any major complications from happening.
My man, let's take a pan, take a look at the crowd that has assembled here. As we take a pan and look at the crowd that has assembled here at Mount Hermon Ministries, keep in mind we're in the early stages and we're already getting close to probably 1,000 already. When we come back, we're going to get a chance to talk to some more people, and certainly I'll get a chance to talk to the head man in charge here of Mount Hermon Ministries, Dr. William Glover, a good friend of mine, and I know he's been working hard to make this happen. Last year I didn't get a chance to talk to him, and we'll talk to some other people who've been out here working closely to help this become a success today, which it is going to be. We'll be right back.